The Bavli, the Babylonian Talmud, in Tractate Berachot 8a, says, Miyom shecharav bet hamikdash en lo lechakadosh baruch hu, be'olamo ela arba amot shel Halakhah bilvad. From the day of the destruction of the temple, the Holy One, blessed be He, has not but 4 cubits of Halakhah in this world. While this statement certainly has potentially many levels of meaning, the simple reality is that Halakhah, in the classical Jewish tradition, is understood to reveal the divine will. One of the things that we have to keep in mind is that the destruction of the temple was the most catastrophic event in the history of the Jewish people. The temple served as the focal point of Jewish religious faith, and it transcended most Jewish groups during the Second Temple era. That is to say that if you were a Pharisee or a Sadducee, etc., your focus was still on the Beit HaMikdash, the temple. When that was destroyed, the question of what was fundamental to Jewish identity arose. Halakhah, the practical application of the mitzvot, at least those mitzvot that could still be observed with the loss of the temple, became the overriding concern of the rabbis following the post-temple era. Now, the issue that we are concerned about is the relationship of Halakhah to the question of nevuah, prophecy, or, if we want to use different terms, charismatic intervention. And what do I mean by that? I mean the ability of an individual, a chassid, someone who is holy, to intervene with miracles. Now, we have examples of this in the Tanakh, of course, with Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet, who effectively transgresses one of the mitzvot by sacrificing outside of the proper domains. The temple was already in existence at that time, but he challenges the prophets of Baal and Asherah to a showdown, if you will. That act in and of itself is a violation of Halakhah, but we understand this to have been in the context of an emergency, a challenge to the people of Israel to confront their wavering commitment to Hashem, to the historic God of Israel, and their continuing embracing of foreign traditions, and in fact, Canaanite traditions. So the question is, with the loss of the temple, does prophecy or charismatic intervention, do miracles, do the words of an individual have the ability to contravene the words of Halakhah?